Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Janeski along with my good buddy Ken Brown, and we are your hosts of Local Sports Wrap-Up. Today's April 30th, last day of April. One quarter of the year is over.
April Fools?
No, that was fun, though.
That was good.
We did good that day.
That was good.
I wonder how much of our stuff came true.
A lot. It's right after the draft. So
It was a big week in town, the draft. My daughter went down Thursday into that madness. I stayed away. I went down Tuesday, though. I went down Tuesday while they were still setting up. It was chilly and cold and rainy. Me and Kim were like the only two walking around. Parked right by the Lafayette, Coney Island on the street. There's all kinds of parking. Walked right in. You know, you weren't allowed to walk around, but you could see a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
We went down Thursday and Saturday.
Did you get in?
Yeah, we got down right after school. My son made a request, so when Nick was like, I want to go to the football, NFL, I was like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, so we went down, and it was great. Like, I think that the, Super Bowl rings, things like that, like a lot of memorabilia, that was cool. We didn't get to the stage on Thursday. It was crazy. So we stayed on the Hart Plaza side and did the activities.
Okay.
A lot of free stuff going on. A lot of things for kids.
One thing I wish I would have saw. I would have got that far. We started to walk that far, but nothing was going to be out because nothing was open yet. Sure. It was Tuesday. And so I said, let's just turn around and go. We went and had a hot dog at Lafayette, and then we went home.
We ate at Lafayette, too, when we were leaving Saturday, and I can't think, I shouldn't even bring it up, but the guy that used to, catch people on TV doing stuff, anyway, he worked for the news, but he was, LaDuff, maybe? So Charlie LaDuff.
Yeah,
Charlie LaDuff.
Charlie.
Yeah, he was there, greeting people at the door. It was cool. So, man, I thought it was a good look for Detroit, though. It looked very organized. Everything was very, very organized, and they kept you in your lane to go around this way. There was no even potential for trouble when I was there.
No kidding.
The police were super, super secure, and it was a couple 100,000 people, so it was really great. Yeah, no, it was a great time.
It would have been cool. Julia kind of was off to the side in the front, that front area-ish. And like she said, we couldn't even see the stage. We had to look at a giant screen, But she wore an old Lions jacket I had from easily the 90s. I had a jacket we got when we won a bowling league. We all got these Lions parkas that Sam's Club was selling, And I'm surprised it's not dry rotted, to be honest, because it's easily 25, 30 years old. And but it's she had a good time. She said, "Oh, everybody loved your jacket." I said, "What are you talking about, jacket?" She's like, "Oh, I wore that Lions coat that was in the basement." I go, "That thing's older, 30 years old."
Yeah, it's vintage now, man. It's vintage. So no, it was a good time. Great job, Detroit.
Well, that's cool. It was. I'm glad you got down there. I thought about it Saturday, but then I was like, I had things to do. I can't cut my grass fast enough. I know that.
Let's stay on football since we're just talking about football. In big news, Cabrini's Nicholas Baselli, he signed to play football at Adrian College.
All right.
Baselli was playing a little quarterback, said he scrambles to evade tackles in their win over the Lakers. But, yeah, congrats to the guy. He's going Adrian College, beautiful campus. So he's going to have fun.
Wonder how highly. That's cool. We always want everybody to get us that information that we keep stealing from the internet, which is a wonderful tool when well used.
That's right.
Sticking to football, a longtime football coach, Dave Mifsud, has been recently inducted into the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. He is going in on the 21st of June. Yes. And he started out his career at Dearborn High. And he was from Dearborn originally. Yeah. Think about it. The Jets coach was coaching in Dearborn too, right?
I know he's from Dearborn.
He's from
yes.
Dearborn, yeah.
Yes.
So he's going in on the 21st. And prior to there at Dearborn, he's at Woodhaven now. He's their new coach. 2 years?
Yeah, this would be his second year.
Okay.
The cool part about Coach Dave, I'll call him, right?
Okay.
He had over 150 wins in his career. But actually, while he was at Dearborn, he was like 108 and 58, right? Which is a really good record, 50 games over 500. When you think about Dearborn, you don't think about the hotbed of football.
Correct.
Right? So he played there, ended up getting a scholarship to go to Hillsdale and played football and ran track at Hillsdale College. And then he thought he wanted to be an accountant or something, and he came home to be a football coach for the last 36 years. So the guy actually had 2 state semifinals for Dearborn in 2004, 2004, and 2006.
Nice.
And the thing that I think is the most unique of all of it and how I've ever heard of him, coaches, Ramadan happens during the high school football playoffs. So his players actually would be on like these strict diets leading up until the playoffs. So even when they were losing in 2004 and 2006, a lot of those times through that time in Dearborn, those kids might have been fasting when they were playing for the championship. And then he went to Parma West and he had a really, really short stay in Monroe before going to Woodhaven. But Woodhaven's got him a Hall of Fame coach.
Yeah, and he's been teaching for 36 years.
Yeah.
So that's gets you an in to an extent. But 150 career wins.
That's good.
20 playoff appearances.
Can't beat it, man.
No, and I'm sure he. I would say the trick to coaching a football team is having everyone on the same page. From the students to your assistants, because you can't do it alone in football. I can coach a bowling team by myself. I got 8 girls. I might have 10 girls. You can't coach a football team by yourself.
No.
And everybody's got to be on the same page, or else it's just not going to work. No. And then that has to trickle down to the kids. Kids got to be on that page. If they're not on that page too, with where you want them, tic-tac-toe, where you want him. Even though you don't have the ball, we need you here.
Yeah.
Because the ball might come your way.
Real quick, yeah.
And you know more about that having played.
Yeah.
So.
But no, you're right. He's on. So no, congratulations, Coach Dave. We're super proud that he's in the Downriver League. So we look forward to seeing what he brings to Woodhaven.
We'll get Wyandotte to give them a thumping this year, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe, because we're on the way up on the Wyandotte program, too.
That's right.
So where are we going next? I got an interesting factoid about girls soccer in Wyandotte.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know our record, I believe, but the Wyandotte Roosevelt girls soccer team beat Carlson for the first time in the history of the program. With a win at home the other day, April 29th, so yesterday, in a rainy, nasty game over here at the high school. Their coach is Kirsten Lozelle, and Wyandotte took an early lead, 2-0 lead in the first half, and held on 3-0, but that was the first time they scored a goal against Carlson in the history of playing them. In the 10 games that they have competed against them, they never scored a goal against Carlson, and now they beat them.
And 3-0.
3-0.
Shut them out.
On top of it.
Look at the Lady Bears go.
And they were, Carlson wants to use how nasty the weather was and everything. But it was fair for both sides.
Yeah, both teams were playing in there, right?
Right. And in the 18-minute mark, they got their first goal.
Okay.
It was Ariana Hernandez was able to score Roosevelt's first goal in the 18-minute mark. And then they didn't get another shot till much later in the half with 6 minutes to go. And they scored on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the goal scorer here, though. I don't. But their goalie, Bianca Hawthorne, shut them out.
There it goes.
So first goal and first win against Carlson in basically 5 years, because they're talking 10 games.
Okay.
You probably play them twice, once here, once there.
Sure.
And could never get it past them. So the Lady Bears, looking up in soccer, I will say. It's nice to see improvement. I know a couple of my Julia's volleyball buddies played a little bit of soccer, and they weren't very good back, 6-7 years ago.
Sure.
So hopefully Kirsten's got them going in the right direction.
She obviously does, right? They get a win against a big-time program because the part about it is Carlson's been good for those 5 years. It's not like I think it's between them and Grosse Ile that have been pretty decent in soccer over the last few years. So that's the other part, right? So now they get a win, 3-0. They get their first goal, get some momentum. The best thing about those last 10 games, majority of those kids on this soccer team didn't take those losses. So those weren't their losses.
And I've got an update. The Lady Bears have 7 victories.
Okay.
They have 7 games remaining.
Okay.
So they need something to best. They're one shy of the current program's best, which would be 8.
Okay.
So let's get over that.
Oh,
That's
they're
baby
record
steps,
setters.
Baby steps. They got 7 games to win 2 games. They got this.
Yeah.
They're going to be a 10-win team.
That's good.
I like it.
No.
Next up for the Bears, May 2nd. Here they stay home. They play Allen Park.
Okay.
And, hey, let's thump them. That's Thursday? Yeah, this Thursday. Come on down. Watch the Bears, Lady Bears. Thump Allen Park, hopefully.
That's right.
That's
It's
right.
time.
It's time.
I got another cool thing about basketball. All right, Cabrini again. Caitlin Janeski. She inks a national letter of intent to play basketball at Alma College. Cabrini guard Caitlin Janeski. She plays guard, wears number 3 in high school. Congratulations. She'll get an opportunity to play at Alma College.
Nice. Another nice facility.
Very nice.
Yes, and then we have one more, New Boston Huron.
New Boston Hurons Nate Moore signs to play baseball at Schoolcraft College. So he'll stay local, get an opportunity for his parents to come check him out. New Boston Hurons senior student athlete Nate Morris signed a national letter of intent to play baseball at Schoolcraft College.
What do you think? Now, the major colleges, like in football, are paying their kids like crazy. That Schoolcraft College isn't paying anybody. You might get scholarship money.
Sure.
You might get a free ride, which would be nice. It's just funny how that this kid now could use his likeness and legally make money off of it at Schoolcraft College. But that can't really be a thing, can it? At a small, it can't be a thing there like it is in the Big Ten when you got all these boosters, just feeding these kids money.
I think that there's still an opportunity for it to be that, right? Because if you had a Schoolcraft alum, could he give me a car? Because a kid needs a car to go to school. Is there things that a kid could negotiate to go to Schoolcraft? Or,
okay, I agree.
I guess it depends on maybe you have to go a year and play really well. You say, I'm thinking about getting in the portal unless I can get Zimmerman's dealership to send me one of those Camrys over here.
I'll say this:
kids drive.
We don't even know how that works. The money that the kids can make. We don't even know how that works. Back in the day, they'd give you a job watering the grass, and you had a sprinkler system. Yeah. You didn't have to do anything, but you got paid to water the grass.
Sure, or turn on the lights at the night games. Those are the jobs you hear about athletes having, right?
Right. And so we don't even know how that game works. But hopefully, the kid's getting something for going there. He's signing a letter because I know the bowlers will get money off of their scholarships. But all these schools now are charging $30,000 a year.
Yeah.
So if you can save 7 or 8 and get an education, which is the key,
that's right.
Then that's what you go for. You don't really go, hopefully a kid's in the pros, but better have a backup plan.
Yeah, because I haven't seen one from Schoolcraft yet. But I mean, that's why I think you go there to get the education. And it's serving the purpose, Like if I was a kid, if I knew what I know now, play as long as you can, because eventually you're going to have to grow up and get a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? So go on and play as long as you can. Even if you got to put some money with it, potentially the NIL could, do that.
I agree.
But no, I'm glad for him.
Nothing like an education. My daughters and your daughters are taking advantage of theirs.
I'm excited. My daughter Kayla Brown graduates May 10th from North Carolina A&T. It's been a good 5 years. Biomedical engineering or something like that.
Hey,
so.
like Julia, maybe
Yeah.
we should get a job together. Julia, I don't want to jinx anything, just had an interview with BASF.
Nice.
She may not have to drive. She may not have to drive to Farmington every day to go to work. She couldn't, they're talking 12-hour shifts. They do a rotating thing. She says, I leave the house. It's 14 hours before I get home, Dad.
Yeah.
This would be great. I only have to go 5 minutes to get home. I'll work 12.
Yeah.
So whatever. Good luck to Julia, and good for Kayla.
Yeah, no,
and
exciting.
Kennedy's still got the NFL gig?
Well, Kennedy's actually working at Ford doing supply chain.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
She
she's
changed
doing her
that.
thing, and yeah, I'm proud of them.
Softball. Wyandotte
Speaking
softball.
of softball,
We've got, I got a little news. My bowler, my soon-to-be bowling star, Ellie Eisenegger, she pitched a perfect game. What was it?
10-0.
10-0 last week?
Yeah, against Taylor, right?
Against Taylor. 10-0, 6-inning game. Nobody got a hit. She didn't walk anybody, and her defense made the plays, and her offense got her some runs.
Yeah.
Perfect game. 18 up, 18 down.
Can't beat it.
No, and we got a little bit of stats for her.
Yeah. The good news is the Wyandotte girls look like they're improving. What grade is Ellie in?
She's a 10th grader
She's a
right
sophomore.
now. Yes.
And it looks like she's the ace on the staff. They're 6-5 right now. Ellie's on the year, she's 2-3. She's pitched over 60 innings. And then
seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. 42 Ks, 18 walks. Now her pitching mate is Grace Papler, who has like a 2.7 ERA. She's 2-2.
Nice.
I want to say her stats are like 35 strikeouts to 17, 18 walks.
That's good that they got a tandem. I hope that's a young girl too. I hope. Yeah. And that's building a future with those two. That would be nice.
And my favorite part of baseball or softball would be hitting. So I would be a fool not to mention Natalie Lesko, right?
Natalie Lesko. That's a popular name in Wyandotte.
Natalie Lesko's batting .531, and she already has 17 hits in 11 games.
And that's as of like a couple of days ago.
That's as of the first game that they played today. The stats are instant,
Game changer.
Game changer. That's exactly.
I know one thing, Ellie, we did learn too is that the opposing team is batting a whopping 177 against Ellie.
Yeah, she's getting them out.
That's pretty cool. Now, obviously, the no-hitter is going to help that stat, but she pitched 60 innings. That was only 6.
Yeah.
So you're only hitting 117, and the other pitcher was in the 230s.
Yeah, it was 226 or something like that. But,
so that's two good, solid pitchers.
Yeah.
You just got to catch the ball when it gets hit.
And try not to play Allen Park every day.
Yeah, because today they're getting rolled. It was 10-0, was it?
10-1.
10-1.
Like that, yeah.
And if it gets to 10-1 in 5 innings, you can still hang on 10-1. 11-1, the game's over.
Yeah, it's all over.
So Allen Park's tough. They breed them over there to play softball. They're on the same page from the 9th grade on.
Sure.
Which is very important. And our program, I think, is getting to that point.
Yeah.
We've got a new softball coach. The old regime is long gone.
Okay.
And hopefully he's pulling them all together.
I know the AD was on the show last week, and he's doing a great job. So it's good, man.
A lot of first-time coaches. I had to get my interview. I had to go back for end of the year. I guess I still got my gig.
All right.
Yeah, I still got my gig. I got to be a little more positive. I said, throw more strikes. I'll be more positive.
Yeah, that's all. That's it.
In the future, though, softball, we got the girls are playing on the 1st at Trenton, on the 2nd at Garden City, and then this weekend on the 4th at Salem. That's probably a Salem tournament. And then next week on the 6th, we got Dearborn Etzel Ford, and then right back with Allen Park on the 8th here at home. So that's what I got for softball for the week. Hardball for the week.
Hardball for this week. It was a great opportunity for the hardball team just to say this. They played at Jimmy John Stadium on April the 20th.
No
So
kidding.
that would have been a really cool day to go out. But since you missed that, we'll jump to the 30th. And we'll see. They played Plymouth on the 27th. Caroline might have those results there.
Yeah, we've probably got results.
29th, they played Southgate. And then tomorrow, well, May 1st, they play Trenton. And then they play Garden City on May 2nd. So they must travel with the girls. Garden City usually is a nice little team. I've seen them play Allen Park in the regionals in the last couple of years, and they usually have a pretty decent team.
Boys lost to the Southgate yesterday, 6-4. April 27th, we don't have that one. They did beat Taylor 5-2 on the 25th. So that's a good roll there on the softball team. No results there. That's all future stuff. Okay. So anyway, we want to say congrats to Ellie.
Yeah.
Now lacrosse.
Ooh.
Lacrosse.
Downriver lacrosse.
Downriver lacrosse. New.
Okay.
Pretty new.
Real new.
And we don't have a team here representing Wyandotte.
Okay.
Woodhaven has a team. Allen Park has a team. Woodhaven is solid. But Allen Park blanks Woodhaven for the first shutout in the program's history.
Okay.
How about that?
How
in
about
lacrosse. How do you keep someone off the board in lacrosse? When they're running up and down, those games are usually like 14-8.
Okay.
In the college level anyway.
Yeah.
You know, that goalie's big and huge and that's little and they still blow that ball right by him.
And that ball's harder than you think.
It's as hard as a hard ball.
Yeah.
It's a little smaller. But, yeah, from what I know, the best part of what allowed the shutout in this game was the rivalry alone of Allen Park Woodhaven. Okay. In football, in hockey, in basketball, cheerleading. Yeah. You know, just the rivalry alone motivated their kids, you know. And they scored a couple of goals 70 seconds apart. Mark Wood and Brady McCleary. And that put them up 3-0 at the first period, and that held on. They held on to shut out a team. It was, yeah. And Woodhaven was coming off a win. They shut out Grosville 16-0. So look at.
So they're still getting the points sometimes, 16. You know, but that game there is like it's really tough. Like I think it would take a very, very brave person to play it. It'd be like football, no pads, right?
You have shoulder pads on and a helmet, but slashing below the waist is legal. So you could sit there, or is it above the waist? It's above, because that's where all the pads are. And you're running with the ball, and they're just chopping at you. They're just beating on you and everything else. It was 6-0 the final of that game.
Okay.
But they literally can just two-hand whack you. In hockey, it's a 2-minute penalty, you know? In lacrosse, it's allowed.
And that's kind of what I mean. It seems like an ultimate tough guy sport. And I've seen it like at Grosse Pointe Liggett. Their softball field's right here, and their lacrosse field is right behind it. So you can watch both games easily. And the kids are kind of hulking. I mean, you know what I mean? It's a pretty big kid, you know, that's running up and down. So, I don't know. I think we'd have a lot of fun doing
before
that.
Kids, when we used to go out a lot, we went to that indoor lacrosse that used to be at the Joe Louis Arena. You know, that was always a lot of fun. Professional teams, you know. They got a little trick play where, like, they'll get the ball in their own zone. And I don't know how it works on a regular field, but there was open substitution in the indoor lacrosse, like hockey.
I got you.
Just jump. So the bench is 30 feet long. The guy would run on the bench. The defender would be with him. And the guy would run off the bench. They'd throw him the bomb. They'd throw him the lob. He'd go break it in, you know, because the defender's keeping you in front of him until he runs off into the bench and the guy jumps out the other door, you know, and then they do that little long bomb pass. I don't know if that's how it works. They probably have to change that a stoppage of play.
Yeah.
I would think.
However hockey does it, I would think that if it's not broke, they got to do it that way, right? Yeah.
I would think how it works on the big lacrosse field is that just like it would be like in soccer, you don't just open substitute in the middle of a play.
Sure.
If ball goes out of bounds, then you can swap.
I got you.
That's what I'm thinking.
And it is probably closer to like soccer. I would think soccer would be a good equivalent.
Yeah, except that net's only about half the size of this table.
Yeah.
And 6-0, congrats, to Allen Park. Like they said, first time they shut out, I think anybody, but I could be wrong with that. Let's see, Woodhaven's 1-5, Allen Park's 2-6. So those are the two records in the lacrosse. So as we got a couple minutes to kill here, what's the future holding here for this week for you, sir? There's a lot of great playoff hockey on. Odds Jones is trying to work his magic. We know that.
Yeah, no, I definitely.
He was a good substitute this week and might have to fill in next week because I'll be in Vegas. Any tips for a beginner?
Going to
out there?
Vegas?
My first time ever.
Oh man, have fun. Try to not stay up later and later as you stay there. You know what I mean? Like it seems like you start changing to West Coast time, and now you're hanging out till 3 in the morning instead of 12, and then now you're hanging out till 4.
Well, I'm bowling in the Nationals, so I'm going out for a purpose.
Okay.
And we land Monday, and it isn't my first time. I've been there 40 times.
Yeah, I know.
But we bowled Wednesday and Thursday.
Okay.
I got tickets to see Love, the Beatles show there on Tuesday night. And then, but you're right. You get out there and, 8 o'clock, it's 11 here. That's my bedtime.
Yeah.
And yet you're going to keep going.
Cool.
And then you wake up, the first day you're going to wake up at 5 in the morning because you're used to getting up at 8 or 7.
Yeah.
And then the next day you're going to get up at 6:30, which is really 9:30.
Yeah.
And then the next day you're going to get up at 10, which is like 1.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're, I know how it works.
Yeah, you're West Coast.
By Friday coming home, it's like, oh man. And you got to get up the next day. Local Sports Wrap Up, gmail.com. That's how you get a hold of us. Let us know your kids are doing something special. You'll see us on YouTube. We post the show all the time. And Facebook gives you the link. So I'm Marty. That's Ken. It's April 30th. I want to say hi, Mom. Congrats to Kayla.
Yeah.
So now she's got to get a real job. What a bummer. I don't know. My daughter's got more money than she ever had. So that's how it starts, right?
No, that's it. And she has a job. Thermo Fisher's already hired her, so she'll either start in Memphis or Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she's got it.
I'd go with Memphis. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Odds Jones might sit in because I'll be in Vegas.